Welcome to the February edition of Ant's News Video. A month filled with interesting events and initiatives from the Salesian world. Enjoy watching it. RMG. Visit of the Rector Major to the province of Recife, Brazil. As part of his animation visits to the Salesian presences around the world, the Rector Major, Cardinal Angel Fernandez Artime, visited the province of St. Luis Gonzaga in Recife from 30th January to 4th February. During his visit, the 10th successor of Don Bosco met the Salesians and members of the Salesian family of the province, had a moment of exchange with young people, including those of the Salesian youth movement and students of the Salesian Institute of Jaboatão dos Guararapés. It was during this visit that he celebrated his last feast of Don Bosco as Rector Major, during which he received the first religious profession of 10 novices and the perpetual profession of 3 Salesians. The Rector Major also participated in the conclusion of the pilgrimage to Our Lady of Candeias, organized as a tribute to Father Cicero Romao Batista, who posthumously received the status of Salesian Cooperator. The Rector Major visits the Antilles province. After his visit to northeast Brazil, the Rector Major, Cardinal Angel Fernandez Artime, began his animation visit to the province of St. John Bosco in the Antilles in Santo Domingo from 7th to 12th February. During the visit, the Rector Major met the Salesians and the Salesian family of the province, as well as the city's ecclesiastical authorities and benefactors of Salesian work. He signed a memorandum of understanding with the Latin American Business Committee to mobilize resources and efforts to improve the quality of education offered by the Salesian congregation in the region. He participated in the Youth Forum on the Environment held in Bosco in the Villa Altagracia area. He also presided over the Eucharist in St. John Bosco Parish, during which more than 150 Salesian cooperators renewed their promise. Team visit to East Asia Oceania region. The Rector Major, Cardinal Angel Fernandez Artime, his vicar, the sector councillors, the regional councillor for the East Asia Oceania region, and the Rector Major's central delegate for the Salesian family came to Klong, Vietnam from 13th to 17th February 2024 for the visitation of the region, which includes 12 provinces and vice provinces spread over 19 countries. The meeting was attended by 100 Salesians, including the provincials and members of the respective councils. During these days, reports were presented by the Rector Major, his vicar, the regional and sector councillors. Discussions were held in groups and various sharing, etc. took place. On the third day, all participants went to Dalat, where there was a festive welcome and a cultural program for the Rector Major and participants. The visit was a good opportunity for the Rector Major and his council to review the progress made in this Salesian region. Team visit of the Africa-Madagascar region. The Africa-Madagascar region hosted the last team visit presided over by the Rector Major and his councillors, and the regional of Africa-Madagascar from 19th to 24th February in Kigali, Rwanda. Before beginning the meeting, the participants made a pilgrimage to the Marian Shrine of Kibeho, Rwanda, site of apparitions of the Virgin Mary. In addition to the opening address by the Rector Major and speeches by each sector councillor, reflections during the visit focused on the reconfiguration of the region and networking. The participants received a visit from the Archbishop of Kigali, Cardinal Antoine Kambanda, and the Apostolic Nuncio in Rwanda, Archbishop Arnaldo Sanchez Catalan, who both thanked and encouraged the Salesians for their work with young people around the world, particularly in Africa. The participants also had the opportunity to visit the 1994 Genocide Memorial. The region is full of vitality and has currently 2,100 Salesians, 15 provinces and vice provinces in 41 countries. '15th National Exhibition of Masterpieces 2024. On 29th February 2024 in Milan, at the Salesian Institute St. Ambrogio, the National Exhibition of Masterpieces Edition 2024 was held, an initiative that the national headquarters of CNOS FAP, National Center for Salesian Works and Professional Training, had been promoting since 2008. The event was attended by Cardinal Ángel Fernández Artimi, the Rector Major of the Salesians, Simona Tironi, the Councillor for Education, Training and Employment of the Lombardy region, Giovanni Brugnoli, Vice President of Confindustria with responsibility for human capital, Father Roberto Dal Molin, the Provincial of the Lombardy Emilia province, and other CNOS FAP representatives. In the hall, both in presence and through some video contributions, many large enterprises and national and international companies were presented, which daily collaborate with the Salesian vocational training centers to achieve the training objectives of young people through technological innovation and your professional know-how. Presentation of the book called To Love with Hope. The presentation of the volume entitled Called to Love with Hope, with the collection of strenas of Father Ángel Fernández Artimi, presented during his 10 years as Rector Major, took place on Thursday, 29th February 2024 at the Maria Santissimo Bambina Institute in Rome. Many personalities were present for the occasion. Various cardinals, ambassadors, general councillors, Vatican officials, other embassy officials, professors and academic authorities, and representatives from the fields of religion, communication and journalism. The event began with an introduction by Father Giuseppe Costa, editor of the volume, followed by Roberto Cipriani, Professor Emeritus of Sociology, University of Roma III. Arianna Rotondo, Professor of the History of Christianity and the Churches, University of Catania. Valentina Alazraki, Vatican journalist, correspondent of Televisa, Mexico. Marco Girardo, Director of Avenir, all moderated by Luca Caruso, journalist, press officer of the Joseph Ratzinger Benedict XVI Vatican Foundation. At the end, Cardinal Ángel expressed his observations and gratitude to all present. It was truly an evening of deep reflection, highlighting the richness of the strenas of Father Ángel Fernández Artimi. Africa, Madagascar. Kenya. Polish First Lady visits Don Bosco Boys Town. On 6th February, the wife of the President of Poland, Agatha Duda, visited the Salesian work, Don Bosco Boys Town in Nairobi. She was able to see for herself the activities carried out in this center, thanks to the support of Polish Aid, the Polish Agency for International Cooperation and Development, and the Don Bosco Volunteer Organization in Krakow. During her visit, she inaugurated the newly built mechanical workshop for petrol and electric vehicles, thanks to Polish aid. Agatha Duda expressed her pleasure at the visit and her gratitude for the warm welcome she received. South Africa. Learn to Live School of Skills Benefit Concert. Young people from the Learn to Live School of Skills, one of the most important educational projects of the Salesian Institute in Cape Town, organized a concert in view of Shrove Tuesday for the residents of the neighborhood old age homes. The concert gave great joy to these elderly people for having the opportunity to enjoy themselves, especially with the young people. The success of the concert was partly thanks to benefactors, in particular the National Arts Council, which gives ongoing support to the group. Learn to Live School of Skills is a comprehensive 4-year program that aims to develop the talents of young people between the ages of 14 and 18 from marginalized communities by providing basic education and vocational training to promote personal growth and socio-economic development. South Cone, America. Argentina Zti Joven 2024 event brings together over 400 young people. More than 400 young people from the Salesian works of the Argentine North Province gathered to experience the Zti Joven 2024 event, a real Salesian-style party that took place from the 10th to 13th February in the parish of San Juan Bosco and Santo Domingo Savio in Cordoba, around the theme, "If the dreams are with you, the party is to see them again." The event, initiated by the Salesian youth movement, included moments of training, prayer and games. Father Horacio Barbieri, Superior of the province, and Bishop Alejandro Mussolino, SDB, Auxiliary Bishop of Cordoba, were present at this rich Salesian event and took the opportunity to encourage young people to realize their dreams by facing the future with courage. Brazil. Third Salesian Youth Meeting in Niterói. The Salesian community of Niterói organized the third Salesian Youth Meeting on 24th February, which brought together the Salesian schools Santa Rosa and Hejao Oceanica Piratininga, the youth center, and the parish of Nossa Senhora Auxiliadora. The numerous spiritual, educational, and playful activities enabled the participants to develop their social skills. Several hundred young people took part in the event, which also marked the start of pastoral activities for the year 2024 in Niterói. East Asia, Oceania. Philippines. The Encounter event. On 9th and 10th February, the Encounter event was held in the Philippines, bringing together more than 2,000 students from vocational training centers in the northern Philippines province. The event was designed to showcase the skills of students and trainers from Salesian vocational training centers and to promote networking among the various centers. The 2024 edition of Encounter comes after a 5-year break. This year's theme was The Dream That Makes You Dream, inspired by the Rector Major's Strenna 2024. The event was attended by several Salesians from the province, including Father Gerardo Martin, Provincial, and Father Jose Dindo Vitug, Executive Director of Don Bosco 1 TVET Philippines. It was a success marked by various activities that involved the students and fostered a sense of teamwork. Myanmar Presentation of the Strenna 2024. On 24th February 2024, the Salesian Family Commission organized the presentation of the Rector Major's Strenna 2024 at the headquarters of the Salesian Vice Province in Myanmar, Anisakan, Pain U Luin. The event began with the Mass in the Shrine of Mary Help of Christians, presided over by the Superior of the Vice Province, Father Bosco Nini. Afterwards, the Superior shared his insights and reflections on the Strenna 2024 and at the end proposed themes for discussion and sharing in small groups. The day's program concluded with the presentation of the reflections of the small groups through their respective representatives. The event vividly revealed that members of the Salesian family in Myanmar cherish bright dreams of hope and prosperity for their country and for all humanity. South Asia. India. SPCSA Assembly, Mumbai. The Salesian Provincial Conference of South Asia, SPCSA, convened its Assembly and Council at Don Bosco Provincial House, Mattunga, Mumbai, from 8th to 11th February 2024, bringing together the provincials of the 11 provinces of India and the Sri Lankan Vice Province, provincial delegates, network and dimension heads, together with specially invited members, for a total of 42 participants. Sessions of the Assembly ranged over a variety of topics, including structural overviews, annual reports of various networks, and in-depth discussions on perspectives and concerns on the future of the region. During the Assembly, Mrs. Grace John, affectionately known as Mama Grace, was honored for her 25 years of service to the shelter Don Bosco in Wadala, exemplifying the spirit of compassion and dedication towards marginalized youth. Kudos to Father Biju Michael, Regional Councillor for South Asia, for the planning and animation, and to Father Savio Silveira, the host provincial, for the excellent organization. India. Inauguration of the Center of Excellence in Don Bosco Kurla. On 7th February, the Don Bosco Kurla Institute for Industrial Training inaugurated a state-of-the-art facility, the Center of Excellence for Electric Mobility. This is a joint initiative between the Institute, the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, and the Salesian NGO Don Bosco Mondo in Bonn, Germany. The workshop was inaugurated in the presence of the Consul General of the Federal Republic of Germany in Mumbai, Akim Fabig, and the Provincial of Mumbai, Father Savio Silveira. The inauguration of this center gives the Mumbai province another opportunity to give poor and disadvantaged young people access to high-quality training in this emerging technology. India. the Children's Conclave 2024. On 18th February, in the auditorium of the Don Bosco College in Sultan Bathery, belonging to the Salesian province of Bangalore, India, the Children's Conclave 2024 was held, a platform for discussion on issues related to students' rights, today's educational challenges, gender-based violence, challenges in the judicial system, etc. More than 700 students from secondary schools in the district attended the event. The Children's Conclave was organized by the State Legal Service, the District Legal Service, and the Don Bosco Institute with the aim of ensuring that students are aware of their rights and duties as citizens. North Central Europe. Poland. 93rd Mysterium. On 17th February, in the theatre of the Salesian Seminary in Krakow, Poland, the 93rd edition of the sacred representation of the Passion of Christ entitled Mysterium took place, performed by Salesian theology students and some young people from the Zamia Boga group. This year's theme invites Christians to remember their baptism and rediscover their relationship with Jesus and with others. Mysterium is a valuable aid for living Lent and preparing for Easter. The director and scriptwriter was Marcin Kobierski, a 12-year veteran of Krakow's Bagatella Theatre. The play is staged every Saturday and Sunday of Lent until 23rd March. Montenegro. 20th anniversary of the Don Bosco School in Podgorica. The Salesian Mission in Podgorica, Montenegro, celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Don Bosco School, entirely dedicated to foreign language courses, English, German, Italian and Spanish, basic computer skills and graphics. In 20 years, the school has trained 3,101 students. The event was attended by the Archbishop of Bar and Administrator of the Kotu Diocese, Bishop Roch Don Lesage, as well as ambassadors and consuls from Germany, Poland, the Czech Republic, Hungary and Croatia. Inter-America. Ecuador. Celebration of Shuar People's Day. On 9th February, the Salesian Bilingual Intercultural Education Unit, Fiscomisional ETSA, in Bombuiza, Ecuador, celebrated the cultural day of Shuara Savantri, or Shuar People's Day, as most Salesian students are affiliated with the Shuar Federation. This cultural celebration, held annually, aims to reaffirm the Shuar identity, promote the defense of the territory, and express gratitude to the brave Salesian missionaries who have contributed to the development and protection of this people. The United States. Religious Education Congress in Los Angeles. The Anaheim Convention Center in Southern California hosted the annual Religious Education Congress organized by the Archdiocese of Los Angeles from the 16th to the 18th February. This year's event, as in the previous years, was attended by more than 1,000 faithful from all over the Archdiocese. The Salesian province of the Western United States, which has participated in the Congress for 30 years, did not miss this year's event. It participated fully, setting up an exhibition pavilion that allowed it to share the educational philosophy of St. John Bosco and offered the many visitors various ways to learn about the experience of his preventive system. The pavilion was run by the entire local Salesian family. Mediterranean. Spain. Salesian Marathon in favor of social solidarity. As part of the Don Bosco celebrations, as is customary, the Salesians organized a marathon throughout Spain, beginning on 14th January with the popular Cross of Don Bosco in Puebla de la Calzada. This series of marathons continued on successive days in Sarria, Carmona, Alicante and Huelva, concluding on 4th February with races in Mérida, Jerez de la Frontera, Carabanchel, Salamanca and Valladolid. Thousands of people participated in these races organized to raise funds for Salesian associations. Italy. March for Peace in the footsteps of Father Francesco Convertini. From 9th to 11th February, the Salesian community of Sister Nino organized commemorative days to mark the anniversary of the death of Venerable Father Francesco Convertini SDB, who died in Krishnagar, India on 11th February 1976. The program of these commemorative days, which brought together more than 200 young people and relatives, was full of activities. Father Pierluigi Cameroni, Postulator General for the Causes of Saints of the Salesian family, presented the profile of the Venerable to the priests of the Diocese of Brindisi Ostuni, gathered for the monthly retreat with their Bishop Monsignor Giovanni Intini. The young people also performed songs, readings and dances in the auditorium of the middle school in Sister Nino. On Sunday, the 11th of February, the 29th Peace March took place. The bishops, Bishop Giuseppe Favale of Conversano Monopoli and Bishop Intini of Brindisi Ostuni were present. Italy. MGS 2024 Youth Forum. On 24th and 25th February, 150 young people aged between 18 and 30 took part in the Forum 2024 of the Salesian Youth Movement of the Lombardy-Emilia province, which took place between Parma and Boreto, the birthplace of Saint Artemirizati. During the forum, participants attended training sessions, the performance Artemirizati Played Bells by Manuela Chiaffi, and a visit to the birthplace of Saint Artemirizati. The forum concluded with a mass presided over by Father Roberto Dal Molin, Superior of the province. Italy. MGS Triveneto Youth Meeting. On Sunday, the 25th of February, at the Salesian Astori House in Mogliano Veneto, about 1,000 young people took part in the meeting of the Salesian Youth Movement of Triveneto on the theme Beyond the Wall, on the Road of Dreams. The focal point was a performance organized by the young people themselves to show that it is possible to build a dream of peace by breaking down the walls of fear and prejudice. Father Igino Biffi, Superior of the Salesian province of Italy Northeast, took the opportunity to invite them to dream big and let Christ accompany them. The young people returned home happy to have participated in the event. That's all we have for you in this February edition of Ant's News Video. We invite you to share it with your young people, confreres and beneficiaries and make it known. Thank you for watching Anne's news video and see you soon in the March edition. Thank you.